switching over. And should be live. There we go. Awesome. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So last week, our heroes met with Mayor Nighthill and Leosin in Greenest and discussed their next steps. With it being at least 20 days before the raiding caravan reached Baldur's Gate, and a high-ranking faction leader awaiting them in Elturel that could provide further guidance, they decided to head straight overland to Elturel. On the very first night, Alamir had his trance interrupted with a flashback to his time at Candlekeep, and before it ended, he saw the great heads of Tiamat herself looking down upon him. Then, while traveling the next day, they encountered a pack of blue spawn stone gliders, dragon spawn sent by Tiamat, who before the dragon spawn were killed, primarily focused on trying to bring down Smock. Then they continued on and arrived at Elturel to find Lady Silith waiting for them at the gate. She led them to the Pair of Black Antlers Tavern, where the local head of the Order of the Gauntlet, Onthar Froom, was waiting to talk to them. It is in the very middle of that conversation that we rejoin the story. And if I remember correctly, you were in the middle of the kind of like conversation about you had just gotten done sharing information with Onthor. He had shared some with you about the cult and their more widespread activities, and listened to Leosin's additional information about the Red Wizards and the potential for Resmir to be carrying one of the ancient artifacts, one of the dragon masks that can control dragons. Where would you like to take it from there?
I want to know if Jinx is serving drinks because he's hopping from table to table.
No, I'm down there because I was talking about my dagger with Silith or whatever, and then somebody had to bring up some lies, and I just had to walk away.
Oh, okay.
Are you staying over there, Jinx?
I will come back. I'll wait. It'll probably be about 10 minutes or so before I wander back to the table. So whenever that would be, that's when I come back.
Okay. So as you're over there, after really about 5 or 6 minutes, Silith just kind of nods as and steps up from the conversation. You have the servers who are going around the room, Melanda and Ene. And Silith walks over to you and she says, excuse me, Jinx. I'm very sorry. I know this is the history and behind this dagger is painful to you, but I would like to try something. Would you mind if I took some time and studied it for a little bit? Could I borrow it for a few minutes?
I stop and I'm like, just a few minutes?
Oh, well, more like, probably more like 10, 20. I'll just be sitting. I'm just gonna go sit by the fireplace and see what I can discern about it.
Do I feel like she's being trustworthy or honest?
Go ahead and make a
insight
if you like.
I did 13.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely do. You don't know her. You don't know much about her other than a little bit that's been alluded to from Spot and Smock and Onthar. But you know that she is, that she's aligned with the in some way or associated in some way to the Temple of Bahamut.
So a little less trustworthy. Okay. I slowly pull the dagger from the hilt, and I have it in my hand. I look at it. I look at her. I look at it, and I kind of turn half away. You know, where I turn your face away, and as I reach out, and I kind of, put my hand out with the dagger to hand to her.
She very gently, carefully, reverently takes it and says, "Thank you. I'm only trying to see if I can help. I will share with you anything that I learn." And then she walks over to the fireplace as she said she would, and she goes and she sits down in a chair. Actually, she sits down in this chair, and with her back to the group discussing things, and you see she's holding the dagger in her lap. What is Jinx doing in terms of like watching what she does?
Well, I was gonna say is after she does that, I'm gonna take a little lap, a little bit, where I kind of walk around the people over here, kind of walk through the crowd, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
And
Several of them nod to you as you walk by.
And if there's a waitress or whatever, bar person or whatever, if they have any bread or something on their tray as they're walking past, I may grab one of the things of bread and take it with me and just kind of gnaw on it a little bit as I come over here, and I'm just gonna get against this pillar right here. Is this a pillar into the floor?
It is. Those are pillars holding up the vaulted ceiling.
So I actually will kind of stand across from her over here, and I just lean against the pillar, and
as you do that, she doesn't look up. So you've been watching her as you walk. Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Wow.
Arcana it.
Okay. You know for a fact she is using magic, arcane magic, and she is casting a spell, most likely divination magic, since she is. You've given her a magical dagger, a dagger you know to be magic, and she is, looking to examine it. Most likely casting something like Identify or a legend lore or some type of spell to try to discern the information about the dagger. But you do know, you do not see her drawing any symbols or utilizing any material components. All she is doing is mumbling under her breath. How quickly, when she walked away and sat down, did you begin your walk?
As she was walking past over there, I might have let her sit down at most before I completely broke away to kind of do that little full, I don't know what you want to call it, circle J or whatever. I don't know.
the casual meander over to be across from her.
Yeah, then not like I'm trying to hide myself in any way.
Roll a perception as well, then, please.
I don't perceive diddly squat.
So yeah, you did not quite get to this point before she stopped mumbling. So you did not hear and couldn't discern what she was saying. But as you get there, she doesn't take her eyes off the dagger. It's sitting in her lap, and she has her left hand hovering above the blade and the ruby gem. And her other arm comes up and just kind of motions to you, if you'd like, that you could take a seat in the chair across from her if you wish. what she's welcoming you to sit while she does this.
How quiet is this tavern as far as the surround?
It is pretty noisy. So that's why one of the reasons why, like, she could have been talking normally and you wouldn't have heard her because of all the noise coming. These tables have, you know, many
Pretty,
people. They're boisterous. They're, these are the type of people within the order that live life with a gusto and a passion, and they celebrate and drink and laugh and joke with the same gusto that they fight evil.
Okay. I sit down and I will I mean, I'm just sitting there. She's not like I sit down. I just sit down there and just kind of hold my glass and, drink from it from time to time.
Okay. So while this is going on, Luna, Smock, Alamir, where do you take the conversation?
I'm listening.
I would like to ask Anthar where we could do some training. I'd like to get Hef to do some intensive training, as well as I'll use some of that time to share the ways of Bahamut, and along with training him to be a better fighter, at least with what I can share, and then others within the Order of the Gauntlet.
Of course. Excellent. So does that mean that you're all kind of deciding you might hang out here until it's time to go to Baldur's Gate to meet up with the caravan?
I'm not sure if I've decided that, but what time there is, however many minutes, we will prepare, because that is the way of Bahamut.
Very good. Yes, we can see to that. I believe right now Hef is actually out with my squire, learning a few things, and I getting perhaps a few nicer weapons and armor to help him.
Very good. Very good. If it's appropriate, I'd like to join and help guide him in the ways of warrior ways. So,
of course, he is your charge, from what I gather, and we will certainly follow your lead, whatever you wish.
Thank you.
What city are we in right now? We're not in Greenest. We're in
Elturel.
Is this a normal trade route?
Yes. So
I'm opening the map, but it's not clearing.
That's okay. Here, I'll bring it up one second.
That's fine. What I would want to do, depending on the time of day, I would do visit merchants that we visited before. Yep. Just show face, just make connections, those sort of things.
So one of the things to keep in mind your character obviously knows, Alamir is very aware of this, but just to clarify this from a player's perspective. So Elturel is the capital of Elturgard, which is the entire area from the Fields of the Dead to the Reaching Woods and the Forest of Worms down to the Oldun Trail. So, and it is a trade center from the east and the center cities around the Sea of Stars. Oh, would help if I actually had my microphone like pointed at me here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. And Baldur's Gate. And Baldur's Gate, in terms of mercantile business, is the equivalent for like the United States of like Miami. Like it is the center of a lot of different trade routes, both overland and by sea.
Right.
And also, not that I wish to disparage Miami, but that is also the key point where a lot of illicit trade comes into the country.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
And that is really how Baldur's Gate is. And so El Torel is one of the closest major points.
Okay, I found it on the map.
Yep.
That's fine.
So El Torel is fairly well connected in terms of merchant trade.
And again, I'm just doing it for my family's side of thing of connecting, contacting, talking with merchants that we would normally have been doing business with, not the underworld, but the above world, just to keep face. I mean, you always want to make your customers happy. You always want to say what's going on with their families, that sort of thing, which is the face side of merchanting.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep the customers happy. That's what all he's trying to do. Whether it's been a while since he's been here. I mean, I see where it is compared to Hill's Edge. It's just a couple towns over. I mean, that's still a 240-mile track.
Right.
But also, if something emergency is needed, I can always message my mom and say, "Oh, they're asking where their blah 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 is," whatever, because I happen to be here now.
Absolutely. And you've been through El Torel quite often, not just because it's the quickest way to Candlekeep from Hill's Edge, but even on trips where you've gone with your father to Waterdeep, you would have gone through Triel to El Torel and then back up, and to go back up to Waterdeep, simply because there's always business to be had here.
Okay. All right. And that's just what I was getting at.
Yep. Fantastic.
So over in the corner, a person leans
I
over.
didn't move everyone over to the map. I was looking at it. My bad.
A merchant actually says to you, "A customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. He is not an interruption of our work. He is the purpose of it. He is not an outsider of our business. He is part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to do so." For what it's worth, that was Mahatma Gandhi. So
there you go. So Gandhi just spoke in the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
It's crossing realms, but okay. All right, we'll go with that.
Cross the streams.
Big time. So yeah, that's, again, I don't know what time it is. So it wouldn't be anything I'd be knocking on doors at 11 o'clock at night. So
no, but it is certainly something that you could start and look to do tomorrow.
That's perfectly fine. Then for the night, I'm just relishing in the comfort of lodging, the comfort of a seat, the comfort of a drink, the comfort of food. And
very good.
Listening to stories and laughing at the jinx of hijinks.
Very good. Luna, anything you'd like to say or ask?
Out of character, last week you said there might be somebody here I might need to meet.
Good question. Yes, you can. Do you? So you ask Anthar about members or representation of your order in the city?
Yes.
Very good. So what? He goes, yes, of course. As I've said, there's representation here of all the goodly factions, and that it does include as well the order of the okay. How come I know it's Emerald? What is the name?
Emerald Enclave.
Emerald Enclave. Yes, thank you. Mine went blank. So I need to get down here, right? He goes, if you head out into the city, and I will switch over actually briefly and actually move everybody this time to the El Toro map. If you go to the garden, running from the high hall up to Maiden's Leap in the center of the city. The keeper of the garden, his name is Golgil Coldwood, and he is the highest ranking official of your order here.
Okay. And I do
He
have
is
one
the
other.
groundskeeper and protector of the garden.
I'm definitely going to be going to see him. I also asked if there's any ASMRs, if they know of any ASMRs in the city.
I'm sure there are. I've seen some. I know there are some that reside here, but I do not know them personally.
Okay. So at some point, I'm going to go see the garden keeper.
Yep. So again, yeah, it's you got here right as the sun went down around dinner time. So at this point, that's probably something you'd want to do during the day. Very good. So Jinx, so you're watching. It's been a good 20 minutes at this point, and Silith has just intently studied the dagger and has both like touched it as if she was like feeling for imperfections and the metal and the wrappings of the hilt and the gem itself. And then other times just hovered her hands above it as if she was feeling the radiating energy coming from it. And then she puts her hands to the side on the arms of the chair and leans forward, looking straight down at it. Make another perception check, please. Okay. You notice as she does this, you can't see her eyes directly, but you swear you see a golden glow emanating or radiating out of her eyes as she looks down at the dagger. And it lasts for about 30 seconds. You want to do anything special during this time, or are you just watching?
Honestly, I'm just gonna watch, but I was gonna sit there and if I'd been sitting here that long, I would have pulled out like my lute or whatever that Shelly got me or whatever, and I'll just start strumming it.
Yep.
Nothing super, whatever, to make everybody know. I'm not looking for attention. I'm just doing it to pass time, essentially.
Excellent. So as the glow fades from her eyes, she slowly sits up, takes a deep breath, opens her eyes, and she looks up at you solemnly. And then she gathers the dagger and she steps forward and steps up to you and she holds it out.
I keep playing and I pick it up. I basically take it from her with my invisible mage hand, and I carefully use it to sheath it back up as I continue playing.
And then she turns and she sits down at this couch right next to you, and she leans forward and she looks straight into your eyes and she says, "Your brother is alive. There is great magic in that dagger, and it did not kill him. It merely transported him and holds him in another world."
A single tear falls from my left eye as I see her, and I just do that. It's like slow close my eyes, and just mouth the words, "I knew it," but I really quietly, but I don't really say it,
Mm-hmm.
And then I open my eyes, look back up at her, and I just stop for a second, and I grab my goblet, and I just raise it over to her, basically.
There is more that I can tell you. Do you wish to know more?
Yes. I nod. I go, just one single nod.
He is doing well. He, I guess, is he a few years older than you?
Yes.
Then he has not missed any time. This world he is transported to that is called Alaris. He lives in a large city. I saw him. I could only see the image. I saw him, and it looked like he worked for a very wealthy, some type of merchant prince within this city. And he was doing well, had friends, was happy and laughing, and looked like he was a little older than you. I know it was him because the family resemblance was uncanny. I also divined some of the magic behind the dagger. It is very ancient. It is an artifact of great power. It had to have been created during the ages of Mythal, and some Mythal magic certainly went into its creation. It is not a great and not a powerful item of a weapon of power. Its power comes from its ability to connect to this other plane, this other existence, this other world, and to take a soul and transport it there.
So I could go there.
Yes, I don't know how. I don't know where this world is, but I certainly, with the research and the right means, I'm sure you could go there.
With the use of the dagger, I could go there.
Yes. You mean as in if you let the dagger take you as well?
Yes.
You could, but it can only hold one soul at a time. So if it takes another, then it will sever the connection and kill your brother.
Oh.
However, there is a way that you could temporarily bring your brother here, back to this world.
Can I trade places with him?
Nah, I do not know. I did not see or divine that information, not that I know of. But if you do wish to speak and talk to your brother, to see him again, I can tell you the ritual of the dagger that would allow it.
I nod, and I nod. I just nod. I go, just one single nod.
She says, well, there is a simple phrase that activates this temporary release. is Friomia esulara uvalaris. The only
What? Yeah, gotcha.
The only problem is that it takes a huge amount of energy in order to power this ritual. And the dagger fuels itself using the blood of dragons. So if you were to immerse the dagger, specifically I believe the blade, so that it could soak in the essence and the power of the dragon blood, it would gain the energy it needs with the word spoken to corporealize the soul, the essence of your brother in this world for a short time. I don't know how long, but I do believe that the greater the power of the blood of the dragon the blood is from would empower the magic for a longer time.
With that being said, I kind of like I get up quickly and I kind of like almost jump in her lap, almost like giving her a hug.
And she stands up quickly and and hugs you.
And I, so she's sitting there basically, I almost tackled her with her whatever, and I hug her. and then I quickly proper myself up, like when I do that, and I go back. I'm sorry.
Oh no, please. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad that you're happy.
Yes, but don't tell anybody else, please.
Of course not. No, this is your family, your connection. This information was for your ears only. You do with it as you wish.
Nod, and I take her hand, and I like, are you gonna join us for a little bit longer, or no?
I will return shortly. I need to go and ensure there are some things that need to be done given the information, and I need to obtain an item for Alamir to protect you all from the eyes of the Dragon Queen. So I shall be back fairly shortly. And then she walks and glides out of the tavern.
I walk back over to my chair, grabbing a mug or a goblet or a mug or whatever, taking a big drink, and going, so what did I miss?
Antar says, well, there is no decisions made yet, but it seems there's a chance that you all may spend some time here doing various training and tasks, speaking to people. Since you do have some time, if you decide you want to meet up with the caravan in Baldur's Gate, we can get you there. There's a captain I know can get you there in easy 3 days heading down the river. And it gives you a better part of I guess at least a good 12, 13 days. We'll keep track on the raiding caravan. Make sure that you won't miss it.
Excellent. Stuff starts running through my head and whatever. Okay. Spot is sleeping again. Jeez, that guy can never hold a drink.
Yeah, and Spot has talked about, thinking there is definitely some training he would, some more training that he would like to do if you decide to spend some time in El Toril.
I feel like the only training I can think of I would do would be for tools, and this is probably not the place to actually learn that training.
Well, it could be a good start, though.
Exactly. There's always the darker side of town.
It's not a bad place to do that. Oh, you're speaking those type of tools.
Yeah.
Oh!
So not necessarily the best place to learn that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we do have
possible.
We do have a thief with us that might be able to teach me a lot better. Smock. I mean, he did steal from peasants before, so I mean, it is possible he might know the stuff.
Is his fingers that nibble though?
I don't know.
He has sausage fingers, I thought.
So now that the main conversation is more or less done, the serving women, Melanda and Melanda and NA, and with the help of little May, which May is, so Melanda and NA is probably in her late 20s, early 30s. Melanda is in her teens, maybe 16, 17. May is very obviously Melanda's younger sister, probably around 12, 13. Possibly a short 14. And they all come and they begin serving. And Charn comes out, who's this very muscular half-orc, and who seems to be the establishment's cook. And they all come out with a huge array of dishes and stuff that they first serve to your table, and then they go serve out to the other tables in the place. And you get all types of there's venison and roast chicken, a little bit of pork with various types of a few hearty vegetables, potatoes, leeks, and then also various types of breads and cheeses and such, which you've already had as snacks, but they bring out more to have with the meal.
Yes, and I would like to try some of the Alterian Grey. I have missed it in my travels. The cheese, I've missed that cheese. It's the best, the pinnacle. So,
yep, absolutely. And it's got a couple. It's got the mild and the sharp, and it's everything you remembered.
Made from orc milk.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do not want to know that extraction.
Yeah, you're gonna milk these. Yeah.
It was a druid, might just so. I mean,
nice. So, you're eating meals. There's stories being told, and Anthar is being a nice host. And about not quite an hour later, after she left, Silith walks through the door again.
Do we ever get a handout on Silith?
What's that?
Do we ever have a handout on Silith?
That's a good question. You're supposed to. Although as I look,
I don't think I see that.
So do you see it now? No, you probably don't. Because right now, Spot's the only person who can see her. Hold on. All players.
I mean, if that's how it's supposed to be, that's how it's supposed to be. That's fine.
No.
Oh.
You should now. So there we go. My apologies. I thought I had done that before. So that is Silith. She is a gold elf.
I cannot tell. Could be the golden hair.
Could be. She comes walking back in, and she opens the door, and she steps aside, and through the door behind her comes a halfling that you met about half a week ago.
Oh no, that guy.
Yes. So Obslin, who is Obslin Minstrelish is the seneschal of Twilight Hall.
Yep.
And he comes walking through the door with a sack, a satchel. And he comes in jauntily and waves and says hello to a few of the people here that he knows. And they come walking up to the table. And Silith says, "Well, look who I found." Who thought perhaps he would join us for a while.
Did they kick you out of the hall?
You're funny as always, Jinx. Well, how are you all doing? I've heard you've all been quite busy.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely have. We had to, rescue that guy over there, Leoson. See how long it is before Leoson gets mad at me constantly. Basically, Tom, whatever.
He goes. Well, he takes the satchel, the bag, and he sets it down between himself, or on the corner of the table between himself and Alamir. And he goes, and he leans towards Alamir and he says, "Well, this, my friend, is a gift for you. But first, there are gifts inside for the others here. I was told to bring these for you all." And he first pulls out this headband, and he shoots it across the table at Luna, and it lands right in front of you, in front of your drink. And he goes, "Try that on, friend. I believe it'd be to your liking."
I try it on.
And if you want to, you'll have, if you would, you can go out add to your inventory a headband of intellect.
Okay.
Then he pulls out the next item that he pulls out is the head of this long, shiny blade, thick, wide blade, and he continues to keep pulling it out until this entire glaive comes out, and he kind of holds it behind Alamir. He goes, "You, sir, I believe, could use this," as he holds it out to Smock behind Alamir's back.
Oh my, that's a blade.
Size does matter.
It is a blade. And you can look up and add a glaive of warning to your inventory.
Sweet.
And then
what's the warning on it?
Warning or warning?
Warning. So
Do not use.
yeah, it's warning. Objects in the shiny surface of the blade are in a reflection are closer than you might think. And such, and or if you can see this, it could be hazardous to your health. He then pulls out. He goes, "Oh, this I remember. I have one of these in my collection." As he looks over at Jinx, and he takes out a drum, and he kind of very actually he probably wouldn't throw it. He would pass it from Anthar to Silith to Spot to you.
Yeah, you would toss that.
Yeah, he would not toss it. And it is a +1 rhythm maker's drum.
Yep.
And then he reaches in and he pulls out this golden sash. And he goes, this is special from the temple, I believe. And this, I believe, is something that will help you in your trainings and your further work. And he tosses it to Spot. And then he reaches in again, and he pulls out this metal helm, like a cap with little sides on it, with I believe there's a gem in the middle on the front, and he hands it to Alamir.
And takes it.
Yep. And it is a helm of comprehending languages. Not quite done yet. You've all been doing great work, and I was able to acquire, and as he says this, you do all remember that you were told that the reason why Obslin is the seneschal of Twilight Hall is because he has this steel trap memory for places and things. And he in his mind is the sole repository of all of the magic items and resources for the Harpers for the entire realm, for all of Western Faerun. He knows all of the stashes, all the items. It's an inventory in his head, and he knows all the contacts for having magic items or acquiring magic items, including those rare ones that aren't that are owned by other people, or and who to go to have ones made when they're needed. So, and then he brings out a jar, and he has that passed around down to Leosin, who reaches across the table and hands it to Luna. And that is your Kyoto's ointment.
Okay.
He then takes out this claw, this large black claw with all of these runes written all over it, and hands that to Spot. And then he takes out a small stone. He goes, "This you can catch," and tosses it to Jinx.
I catch it without even using my hands.
Okay.
You caught it in your mouth?
Nope. I caught it in midair, and then I just set it down in my hand.
He goes, and then he goes, "Smock, you may want to stand up and come here and help me with this one."
All righty, I do so.
Medusa.
And he opens the bag, and you guides you to reach in there, and you pull out a full suit of plate made of adamantine.
Woohoo!
He goes, well, I do believe that is it. That is everything that was in here, which leaves only the bag itself as the second item for you, Elamir.
Thank you. And I cannot get into D&D Beyond, so I can't put them
Can't
on my
either.
character just yet.
I can't
Oh.
either. I think
Really?
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
able to
I'm-
get partially into it, but once you try to get into the character itself,
Yeah, that's right.
it goes air,
Me
Four
too.
or
the actual
five.
display
I'll go
of the
four.
character sheet.
So
I'm
it's a
just writing it
site
down. Yep.
site problem. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'm writing it down. It's all good.
And it's true, just not on the computer. I tried my iPhone too. So
Interesting. Well, at least I still have stuff open.
Oh yeah,
Like-
if it was open, you were good. If you just tried to refresh or add, it airs out.
All right. Well, then I'm glad I know that, so I won't actually try to do anything with Hef.
And now mine open, so looks like it's fixed.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah, it looks like it's okay.
Everybody's trying to open their character now. It's like, nope.
All right.
We'll get there. Eventually, we'll get there.
And then when he's done, Silith walks over. I assume Smock, after you get your armor, are you going to sit back down or are you going to start putting it on?
you know what? I'll sit back down and have a beer with Anthar if he wants a beer. So
Yep. Well, absolutely. Well, Anthar is on his, at this point, Anthar's on his fourth.
okay, so I'm a lightweight. I'm on my second. So
Yeah.
So Silith is going to come over and come around to behind Alamir, and she places her hands on your shoulders, and
Okay,
she
massage.
says, "As I promised earlier, I went and found an item that should help protect you from the gaze of the great Dragon Queen. Hopefully," and she pulls out this necklace. Hopefully, this, and she puts it around Alamir's neck, it will be enough. But in addition, it can't be used to track you, at least not at the level you currently possess. But I believe it would also be helpful, especially as you continue to track the treasure and its final destination in use, to give you some to try to hide the effects of the dragon stench. And so, starting with Alamir, she kind of turns you towards her. She steps to the side, and she takes her knuckle, and she begins to trace a symbol on your forehead. And her knuckle turns into this golden light, and the symbol that she traces in the air looks like this.
Okay.
And then the golden energy sinks into your forehead and it disappears, and there's no visible sign left of what she did.
Okay.
This is the blessing of Bahamut. And some of you already have a blessing, but this is that is more of a permanent connection. This is a temporary one that should hopefully help mask the dragon stench from those who may be able to discern it for, I believe, for at least the next, should last for about a month.
Okay.
And then she'll go and she'll do the same on Smock and Spot. Jinx, Luna. And she says, and if he is to travel with you, I shall also give it to Hef as well. And with that, I believe my part for this evening is done. I have things to do, and I must go and attend to some things before the night is done and it's time to sleep. So I shall be around. Perhaps I shall see you all on the morrow or in the days to come.
Just out of curiosity, is she a full elf or is she half elf?
She looks full elf, full gold elf.
Because all I could think was like, you're not going to go to sleep.
Yeah. Non-elves tend to utilize the term sleep. So that's just simply easiest that way.
Out of game is a weapon of warning considered a magical item for creatures needing a magic item to hit it, or is
Yes.
it not?
No, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Good.
All right. So Obslin also stands up and says, "Yes, I've been traveling a lot. Little tired myself, but I'll be around. I'll see you all at breakfast tomorrow."
Breakfast.
Yes. Having some water. Be right back.
I'm not staying here. I've got a place on the other side of town, of the city. So I too shall be back and be around. Just let Anthor or Lady Silith know if you need my services.
Sounds good.
And he too will walk out.
Oh, he's one of those that has a girl in every town.
What's that?
I said he's one of those that has a girl in every town.
Oh. Well, he also is extremely busy. Like, he has one of the most, probably one of, if not the most demanding positions within the Harpers in all of Faerun.
I mean, he is the inventory clerk.
He is basically the oh shoot, mind blanking out a lot tonight. What's the person in charge of, like, like in the military, of like getting items and stuff?
Supply
logistics clerk? Supply.
Yeah.
Isn't there another term?
In
Quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
Yeah,
There we go.
I was going to say, in the civilian world, it's either procurement specialist or it'd be like something logistics consultant.
I thought it was Amazon.
Amazon, exactly.
That's a secret. He orders from Amazon. He just doesn't tell anybody.
All right. So soon after that, Anthar says, "Well, it's getting late and I've had a lot to drink. Got a few messages to send out, given what we've talked about tonight, and I'll need to go get some shut-eye." And so he says, "You're all there's Gaelic will help you with rooms here. You're welcome to stay here for free. There's rooms upstairs, and we'll reconvene for breakfast and can figure out what you want to do from here. Just sleep on the options tonight."
That sounds amazing.
And Leosin will also been a pleasure. I do too have people I need to see, and I have other lodgings. While I'm here, I shall see you all on the morrow, or I shall be around if you need me. I do believe I will be heading back to Candlekeep soon, but at least not for at least another half to a 10-day.
We raise our
And
glasses to him.
what's that?
Just raise our glasses to him as he leaves.
And yep, he gives a slight bow. And then as Anthar leaves, you see the tables begin to clear out, people finishing up their drinks hastily, and everyone begins to kind of filter out of the bar.
Did we miss something? Those were all his guards, weren't they?
They were, yeah, they were all they were all members, his followers.
All his posse. Well,
Yep. And you are left alone. Actually, Melanda is probably already sent home around this time. Na will come over and she will. Is there any final drinks or anything that I can get you? Anything else you'd like?
I'm good. Do you need help cleaning up?
Oh no, please, we'll take care of it. That's our jobs.
I shrug. That's the limit of my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Gaelic will come over. Well, if y'all done eating and drinking, I could show you to your rooms. Actually, you take any of the rooms you want upstairs, as long as it's not mine. Mine's the one. When you get upstairs, it's the one directly across from the north of the stairs. Any of the other rooms are open and free. You can take anything you want.
I'll be honest. He says north, and the first thing I'd be doing is like.
When you get up the stairs, it's the room directly across from the hallway. When you enter the big hallway, it's on the other side. The first door on the right. That's my room.
Perfect. You heard that,
So-
Smock, right? You don't take that room.
And then they all go and they're working to clean up.
So, what do you think our plans are for tomorrow? What are you guys thinking?
Well, are we taking his offer to boat down quickly? You get to Boulder's Gate and start there, or are we spending a few days here and then taking that, or are we actually going to ride horses so that we have horses when we get to Boulder's Gate? Because we got to stop buying horses.
Can the
we've only-
horses fit on the boat with us?
yeah, we could take the boat.
My thought is we get the boat, we get to Boulder's Gate as quickly as possible, because even though we think it's only going to take so long to get there for the caravan of supplies and stolen goods that they're bringing, whatever, or whatever, it gives us the best chance to find out the information. Not to mention, there's a lot more stuff going on in a town like that than this town.
Well, the innkeeper did say take anything from the rooms you want, so you're already starting out good.
What? That's not the kind of place you treat your people who are helping you.
His words,
Anyways.
not mine.
Anyways, wouldn't you feel bad? You'd be hurting May's family. That little girl, she's doing her best to her family, and you're going to go ahead and steal from them? That's why you're sitting on that side
I
of the
don't
table.
steal. Yeah.
Thieves sit on the south side of the table.
So Hef has walked in and he comes and he sits down and he's like looking around and he's rubbing his forehead. He's like, there was a light on it, like the lady did something to my forehead, but I can't feel it.
Bad touch.
It's fine. You ever gone to a church and got blessed?
Oh yeah, the priestesses of the church in Greenest used to bless us.
Of Tiamat?
It's
What?
like that. It's like that. And no,
No,
nothing
the
about
Earth
Tiamat. Don't
Mother.
scare the what?
The Earth Mother.
Yes, Earth Mother.
Don't
See, a good god.
don't worry. The only side effects is you'll grow back hair for a little bit, but they'll be fine.
He like squints at you.
You are right to doubt them, Hef. Well done. They are leading you into temptation. Don't fall for it.
Yes.
So Hef is like completely drenched in and like cooling off, was drenched in sweat.
Oh, you need a bath.
You see he's come in. He is dressed. He has a long sword on his side. He has a longbow on his back. That's a very fine craftsmanship. And he's wearing instead of the leather jerkin and pants that he was wearing, he now has a steel breastplate.
If that breastplate ever gets a little cold, just let me know. We'll heat it up.
Well, Hef, I think I think this is a rite of passage, and I push a keg, or not a keg, a tankard of beer his way and say, "Drink up."
Of course. Oh, and he begins to drink it.
As he does that, he's my invisible mage hand that nobody can see me using to help tip the cup a little bit higher up.
I know. Are you looking to spill it or just drink faster?
I mean, okay, I don't know if you ever had a cup tipped like that. It's going to spill a little bit off your sides of your mouth because it's too much, you
Right.
know, but just a little bit, just to give a little nudge. Like
Are
he
you being
was
mean or are you
holding it.
being funny?
I'm being more funny about it, and he just says rite of passage. So, anyways, nobody can see me doing this because it's not there's no components to it, no verbal, no nothing. So
Yeah,
I
and
just
it's
use it to go.
invisible.
Yep.
Yeah. So you see Hef, he like comes back. He like begins to raise it up, and just a little bit more, and then it goes back another like 3 to 4 inches, and it goes streaming down his sides, and he coughs and he like puts it down.
Yeah. And I raise my tankard and I say, "To Hef."
Huzzah!
So yeah, Hef is
Nice.
he's a good drinker. That's his con save.
Well, guys, our plan is to take that boat you said tomorrow. Well, I, for one, am going to go get some sleep if you guys don't mind.
All right. So
Alamir's going to do the same thing.
Down below is the upstairs on this map. Where would you all like to spend the night? Alamir's got his room in the corner.
Yeah.
Well,
has his wing.
Well, it has the big chair, so he can sit in the chair and face both the door and the window.
I'd sprawl out on that bed.
Here, Spot would probably take that room. All right.
Perfect.
I do check my room out, but I'm going to go out for a quick walk.
Okay. Where do you
Down to the gardens,
to
to
the
see if
gardens?
he's out. Just to see if he's out in the moon.
You go to the gardens and roll me 2d10.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see this time at night, there is, you see a couple of pairs of lovers taking late walks under the moonlight. But it's a little chilly. It's not as busy as it might be during the warmer times of the year. The weather right now, let me just double check this. Uh, so it's a little, yeah, so it's probably in around upper 30s, 40 degrees out, and winds around 12 miles an hour. So it's a little chilly. But it is clear skies. You can see the moon. The moon is actually just 1 day shy of full. So it's very gorgeous.
You know why I'm going down the garden, right?
Yes, I do. And you look around, and you do not see the person you're looking for, or anyone who looks like they would be, the gardener.
I look around the garden. I find a place in the garden where only a druid would look. No one else. Is that possible to do?
I have to say, hold on a sec. Yeah, you look around for a space like that. The closest to that you find is some of the arrangements of flowers in the paths, where they would be like in a pattern that would align to the constellations.
I leave signs of a. I try and make it where somebody that was not druid would not recognize it. But basically, I try basically leave a sign that basically wishing
Yep.
the garden's
And,
blessings.
So
and
you
that's
pee on the
easily done.
tree.
There are actually signs that you can leave that are known by other members of the order.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's my intent. Basically,
Okay.
I'll start off wishing the garden's blessing, my name, and where I'm staying, and then I'm leaving early in the morning. Or do we know what time in the morning we're leaving?
When we get up and eat breakfast.
And I'll try to, wake up before everybody else and get back down here just to at least make introduction.
Okay. And all right, so you head back to the inn.
Yes.
What are the plans? So is everyone just going to sleep? Are you doing anything special, like holding watches or anything?
I don't think we'd need to hold watches here, would we?
You wouldn't think so.
People
Does the
break
door
in all the time.
Does the door go inward?
The door, yeah. So the doors. That's a good question. The doors should all open outward into.
Hallway.
No, they would open inward. Yes, they do. They open inward into the room. Yes, inward.
I can't think of anything my guy would do for in a place like this. No, I'm good.
No, this chair that's in Alamir's room, he's going to put in the corner so that he's facing both the door and the window at an angle.
Okay.
So, he's doing like that. But
yep.
And he's in the dark. Room's completely dark. He can take a blanket, cover him up with, and he's just going to trance out for 4 hours.
Okay. And So you all bed down for the night. Luna gets back and probably goes to sleep about an hour and a half after everyone else. And
my
then
intent's try to wake up before everyone and go back down there for a few.
okay.
Set an alarm.
So
Back to a rooster.
everybody, go ahead and make a perception check.
Who?
Everybody, please.
I sleep well.
I do too.
That does not.
Whoa,
It was a snort.
Hef.
Have smell. Heard some snoring in this room.
And I guess I don't have Spot open, but that's fine. So about an hour after Luna gets back, goes to bed, 2.5 hours into Alamir's trance, we're going to switch over to the same map, but it's nighttime. And Hef gets up, he goes over and begins to gently kind of try to wake Smock up, kind of moving your shoulder and Smock.
I'm up.
I swear I heard something like downstairs or outside. I like a scratching noise and some kind of talking or animals or I don't know. I just have this bad feeling. You don't think that more of those dragon spawn could have found us?
It's possible. Let's go see where if Jinx is awake.
All right.
Okay, so far as my movement.
Yep. Go for it.
Yep.
Just keep going.
Knock on the door.
Knock on the door, huh?
Knocking on the door. Which, yep, you hear it.
I look out and is this is a window? I assume. Is it light out?
Yeah, because this is Elturel. Like it never gets fully dark because you have that light above the city.
Yep. So I can't really tell if it's like light out or if it's light out.
Well, you can tell that it's dark. So
okay.
Yeah, I think
I crawl to bed and I go up there, wiping my eyes a little bit, and open up the door. I'm like, just a couple more hours.
Hef thinks he hears something. He's worried it's the dragon spawn. I was wondering if you've heard anything, or if you want to just do a quick survey of the area.
Well, I stretch and I'm like, you better grab Alamar.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
So
knock.
Smock, actually, as you walk up to Alamir's door, everybody, so Smock, Jinx, and Hef, or actually just Smock and Jinx, make new perception checks, please.
Is that like the new kids on the block?
No, then I'm a little bit more awake. Oh, that's performance.
I was going to say.
You're pretending you're awake really well.
I performed really well at being awake.
Come on, Hef. Come on, Hef.
No. I don't need a
Get
roll
another
for Hef
20.
this time.
Oh.
Hef actually looks over at Jinx, and Jinx, you look back at him and like, yeah, you heard something too, and it was what you heard. You're pretty sure came from the direction of like downstairs, like coming up from the staircase. Not exactly sure what it was. Hef goes, "Do you hear that?"
Yeah, I'm like, here. I kind of lead him back into the room for a second.
And Smock,
And
you went ahead and were knocking on Elmer's door since you weren't interrupted by hearing something.
I tell him to get back into the room for a second, and I close the door and I put my I start belting up my armor, so I have some armor on because I don't want to, even though I shouldn't be getting hit, but I don't want to be out there getting hit.
Should I go get my and actually Hef's like, I should go get my armor and weapons.
It for you to get on that breastplate, it's probably going to take you at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Does he have anything with him?
What's that?
Does he have anything with him at all?
Does he have anything with him? He has he probably has his like a honey knife on him.
Okay.
You know what? It would be for him. It would be, if anything, he would have grabbed his hand axe. That would have been his easy go-to from getting up.
Alamir, it appears something's coming up the stairs.
Are you?
Hef and Jinx hear something.
Do you sleep in your armor or are you naked?
I am not naked, but yeah, no armor on.
But are you bedclothed?
Bedclothes.
And did you grab your weapon?
I didn't specifically say it, so we'll have to go with no, though this character's training should be a probability.
It would be secondhand to reach down and grab as you leave because
exactly.
It's
at least
something.
How about this? We'll go odds I did on the way out.
All right.
Nope. I was too worried about a Hef.
Okay. Well, first thing that's going to. So first question I have is, we lost our temporary hit points, correct?
Yep.
That at midnight those went away, or when you fell asleep or whatever. All right.
Actually, that's a good question. When do they go away?
I'd say it's at midnight because it's a recast spell.
But doesn't it say they go away at the
dawn?
End of the next long rest, or
basically you rest. You go to you rest, and that's it.
Okay.
I just don't remember anymore.
Yeah. Specifically, how does it read?
Once per short rest. 10 minutes inspiring. Choose up to 6 allies. See and hear. Understand within 30 feet. Each creature gains 7 temp hit points once per short rest. I would argue the way it reads, you still have them.
Okay. So. Okay.
Yep. That sounds good. That sounds good by me. That works.
So Eller puts on his robe because that's how easy it is to armor yourself up.
Show off.
And he's going to come out. He's going to pause to take a look around the corner. Anything around the corner that he can see?
So at that point, you guys come back.
I wasn't walking out. I was looking around the corner.
Right. Your Smock walked out.
I was doing
in the hallway. You look, and you both and Jinx and Hef clearly hear scrambling, the sounds of clawed hoofs, and snarls coming from down the hallway, as multiple things come rampaging up the staircase. And
reactions or actions?
So first off, Luna, roll a perception check, please.
Okay. And
no, that's not quite enough for The DC was actually just 12. Not quite enough for you to hear. So you are still asleep. And at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Okay. Initiative.
So, just noting here that we have at least the only person wearing any kind of armor is probably Alamir. How far did I get into putting my studded leather on even a round or two? Because it takes a whole minute, so it's 10 rounds. So if I don't have time, I don't have time. But
what the heck? How did that happen? One sec. What were you putting on?
studded leather. It takes a whole minute to put it on.
Which takes how much? How long?
It takes a minute to put on light armor. It takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes to put on heavy armor.
Yeah, we'll say that's good. You can have. We'll say that you.
I don't know if there's helping rules with Hef in the room or nothing like that or whatever.
But we'll say that you got it on. Like you immediately went in to put armor on. You have it on by the time. It took a little time. It took at least a minute for Alamir to get up and to walk over and look out. So you're just finishing putting your armor on. Let me get Hef in here. I turn Hef. I rolled. What did Hef roll? I know 18. I rolled it.
18.
Oh, there we go. Wow, 18. Yay. That's kind of useless. All right. Let me just do a couple of things here. So,
somebody's not on here. Oh no, okay. Never mind. I see Smuck's on there twice.
Spot.
You see Smuck twice?
No, he rolled twice. I thought there was another person we're missing.
No.
Sorry, my bad.
I will.
Oh, Luna. Luna's not on there.
Luna.
Yeah. Right. So go ahead and roll. And even though you're not awake yet, go ahead and roll for Luna.
Okay.
That's a waste.
And I'm going to just roll a couple here, just so they're here. 8 and 12. That's perfect. I think that would give Spot 11. Okay. All right. Okay. So you hear all of this, this noise, this stampede coming from the staircase. Hef looks to Jinx. I don't have armor or my bow. What should I do?
We fight.
Just give us a second. We are going to push forward. Have you slip in your room. You'll have you grab your stuff. I look around. I'm like, unfortunately, I don't have a bow to give you.
I'm sorry. Give me a minute, guys. I have to go give you some medicine. I'll be back.
Yep, no problem.
Be a few minutes. It'll be like 10, 20 minutes. I'm sorry.
No problem at all. No problem. All right. So, Luna, go ahead and roll another perception check. Yeah. All of a sudden, you feel actually that this is more of, you didn't hear them as much as you felt the rumbling vibrate through the baseboards on the second floor. And you instantly wake up and know that there's something wrong. I will actually, because you rolled a crit, I'll give you an action beyond just waking up.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna
Pops
make it
up out of bed.
Yep. Can I make it to the door?
Yeah, absolutely. You get to the door, you hear the rumbling in the staircase, and you know that there's many things coming up the staircase right now. You see Smock and Alamir down at the end of the hall. Alamir poking his head out, Smock standing there.
Naked with a sword.
Well, not quite naked.
I mean, it's, yeah.
His BBDs. Okay. So I'm gonna move there, and I'm going to. I sense danger, pretty much, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna change.
All right. Let me just switch this over so it represents you.
And I'm gonna stand there. This way, I'm the first thing they hit.
Okay.
Can I make it up to here?
No, because I'd say no more. Like that's probably the most you could do. Half movement. You get up, you get out.
Okay.
You're out of shape. Like maybe, actually, if you had moved 10 feet, you would only have 5. So you'd move 10.
Did you wild shape? Did you wild shape before or after you went out the door?
He wild shaped after he went out the door.
Okay.
So you only had 5 feet left. So at best, you could just begin moving that direction like that.
Okay. Does that count with my movement speed and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you had already used most of your half movement before you went into the new form, and per 5e rules that you don't then get you don't base it off half of your second form. It's based off what you already did versus no, that's not how it works. Hold on. You actually no, it works the other way around. So you use 10 feet and half of your movement in this form is 20, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you can go another 5 feet.
Okay. Let's see. My normal movement is 40 feet in speed.
Right. So then it goes 50. So you
And
get 20. So you can move 10 more feet.
Okay.
Yep.
And that should be 10 more.
You got it. Gaelic, actually, I'm going to roll for him again. Yeah, no, he's still sleeping away. Spot. So because Spot is going to have to roll much better than that, a little better than that to wake up for this battle. Alamir. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he'll be back in 10 or so.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead. Actually,
I am waiting to ambush anything that comes around that corner at me.
Yeah. So what Alamir, I'm just going to say that Alamir is going to come over to this side to get a better view, kind of hiding, poking his head around the corner, watching down the hall. So that gives him partial cover. Smock.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's what I do.
So as you get there, and as you get there, you can more fully see into, let me see, into this square. And what you see is
Actually, hang on. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would not have seen possibly if I needed the angle to see what's coming up.
Yeah, no. So then you don't. Okay.
Okay. Because now that I realize I can actually get into the room, maybe grab a bow and grab my glaive, that's what I would do.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
And my
Jinx.
goal is to get past this door because I didn't know if Hef is still in this room. I don't know where he's at.
Right.
Sorry, that's true because we did that whole thing. I bonus action inspiration to half, and I'm like, and if you get to find a moment, rush to the room really quick and grab your bow. Now we have just an action here, or sorry, just a move. Is that what you said? Or is it?
No, you have your
kinda-
full. Yeah, you have your full.
Okay.
Round. Full turn of actions.
As I get out the room and I see it's fairly clear, I just see a big hyena over there. I tell Half to make a sprint and run to this room really quick and grab his bow and all that wonderful stuff when he whatever, you know what I mean.
Yep.
And then I get up here and I see that somebody's door is wide open still, and I kind of prop myself into this door, and that's what I do. I give half a that's it.
Okay. There we go. So we're back at Hef. So Hef is going to
Easily get to the room if he needs to.
Yeah. So he's going to go out. Well, he can go 20, 30, and he's followed. So the door opened. He saw Smock run down. Right. So that was, 10, 20, and then he can get into the room. He runs, gets into the room with Smock and begins, goes for his bow and arrows.
And he finds out that somebody stole his bow.
All right. So at this point, before I show them on the map, let's do this. So Luna, Alamir, and Jinx, because Jinx, you're looking out the door, right?
Yeah, it's just not a really good way to show it.
Yep, no problem. That's why I left Alamir where he was, and I just assumed that he's kind of really hiding. So the three of you hear the scrabbling and see a creature, something rush out from the stairwell into the large hallway, and what you see is like this green, a small green humanoid creature with green scales riding another green scaled creature. The creature it's riding has long wing membranes stretching between all four limbs, has a grinning maw of sharp teeth and climbing claws, and it is like hind legs to forelegs leaping forward. The creature on its back looks kind of like a small kobold, with greens, with the green dragon scales, but it actually has two wicked looking blades that it's twirling around in its claws, and it has this devious, wicked grin with its teeth, barred teeth. So here's what they look like. Here is the mount. and this is what's riding it.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
So let me go show them. So we'll start like this. So I'm just kind of got to put them side by side here, since one's kind of riding the other. All right. So the thing is that you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do this a little differently, because we're going to give them all the same movement here, since they're moving together. And it leaps forward. They both leap forward to attack Luna, since that's all they really see in the hallway. So we'll start with the
Does Smock have his glaive where he attacks them as they walk into the range? Sorry,
he hasn't grabbed it yet. He hasn't gotten to it.
Sorry.
No, that's a good question.
However, to your point, Sentinel, I don't think requires a glaive.
Sentinel doesn't, but the Reach does.
Yeah. Right? But it's right next to me.
Right, but you so the one you wouldn't be able to attack around the corner through the door, especially since you were heading towards the bed. But if you wanted to attack this one when it came up just outside the door to you, you could attack that with your fists or whatever else you might have. You think you have on you right now. Or you could use your reaction to close the door so that you won't get attacks of opportunity when you move to the bed to get your weapons.
I think that's what I would do.
Okay. You can't use attack opportunity against them until they leave your area of attack area. You only can do that. You only can do the preemptive one with the glaive because it's a great weapon mastery feat.
Because of the pole arm. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It only works on actual attacks of opportunity.
Excellent. Thank
Which
you.
just have to attack really well with the gun.
Or you can attack a creature when it attacks somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I would let you
close the door.
Use your reaction to close the door if you'd like.
Yep, I do that.
Okay. Then the door is now closed. So the leaper, so as they come around the corner, it leaps forward, clears the entire 15 feet right up to Luna, and attempts to bite you. And I believe 14 hits you, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what?
Because I'm armor class 12.
12. Thank you. I'm just gonna there now. I can see it. So it does 9 points. The other one leaps next to it, does the same thing. Oh, does 8. And then the creatures on their back strike out with the with their wicked steel weapons. So first attack misses. Wait, it was 12? It was
12.
It was 12. Yep. So hits and for 6, and then misses. But that's just the first one. They get 2 attacks. So then the second one misses and hits for 7. And that is their attacks this round. All right, Luna, your turn.
All right. So I'm going to let out a hyena cackle so everybody knows, since I don't know who's awake or not. And this guy's on top of him, right?
Yes, they're right. Yes.
I'm
The
going to
ones in
reach.
the back are the riders.
I'm going to
So
reach
you
and
can
bite him.
easily reach them.
Yeah, I'm going to reach and bite him.
Okay.
Let me get him up. And look at this first. There we go.
Mm,
I got too
no.
excited.
Yeah. So a 10 does not hit.
Yep.
Does not you aren't able to break through their scales. Similar to the dragon spawn that attacked you on the way to El Terrell yesterday, their skin is extremely tough. The scales are very tough.
What are they wearing?
They have like they're not really wearing, like, they have like some collars, but for the most actually no, the creatures that are riding, yeah, they have like various types of chitinous pieces sewn on to like hide, but that's not really what's providing their armor. It is the fact that they have their natural dragon scales. But and the armor they are wearing gets the additional protection of leather.
Jeez. Oh crap! What the hell? There's a giant Luna.
Alamir, if you scroll back a little bit, you'll see the pictures of the creatures that you're fighting in the chat.
Okay, the dragonling and something else, and
that second one's riding
a
the
lizard
top
and
one.
a lizard looking dude.
And the second one is riding the first.
Okay, got it.
So Luna, that was it for you, right?
I think so. I'm trying to find in here real quick because I've never used it. Not healing hands, but what is the deal I can use to heal myself when I'm in?
Right, you can use. You'll find it in your class abilities.
Okay.
Under wild shape.
There we go. I was trying to remember if that was action or bonus action.
Okay, so we just started the fight.
It's a bonus action.
Okay. So I can take a bonus action to heal myself some?
So well, let's just pull it up real quick just so we know exactly what it is. No. How come you won't just let me? That's in the forums. Here, let's do it this way. Class details, druid, features. Actually, I think this is under. Is this under Circle? No, I don't think this is special to Circle of the Moon. So if we go under features, wild shape, wow, okay, right here.
Let's see. There is this. When you choose Circle second level, you can gain the ability to use wild shape on your Additionally, while you are transformed by wild shape, you can use a bonus action to expend one spell slot to regain 1d8 hit points per level.
Yep.
Did you all put 7 temp hit points on yourself?
We did get an hour-long talk.
It was still with you.
It was still active until
Okay.
the end of, yeah. So that's what we were talking before. So until the end of a short or long rest.
So I should have 7
get
hit
them.
points, 7 temporary hit points too.
But they didn't but those do not transfer to your wild shape forms.
Okay. And there we go. So let me look here.
Yep. So you can a D8 for a first level spell slot or 2D8 for a second level spell slot is what you could do right now to heal yourself.
I'm going to go ahead and use a 2d8.
Got it. Oh,
Ouch.
ouch.
That was a waste.
That's still 3 more than you had.
Yep. It's worth a try.
Yeah.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Gaelic wakes up. And he comes to the door and he opens it, and then he
Quickly
curses and closes the door. He's like, ugh. And closes the door, and you don't see him anymore. But yeah, that's what he did. Alamir, I put you in the doorway, kind of watching down the hallway, so you had partial cover until they came into sight.
Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to be casting the Displacer Beast over here.
Oh, the famous Displacer Beast. I really should create special things for that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should. So he's casting the Minor Illusion. Advanced, improved Minor Illusion. And it's going to come with sound. It's the smaller version. Here you go. Yep. It's going to come with sound, and the sound is current. I can make him back a little bit further.
Like well, here. Hold on a sec here.
That's
I'm
fine.
going to.
Okay.
I'm going to make it so that. You can control it. Okay. You can put it wherever.
Wow,
you want.
It's got a lot of hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it here, but when it appears, it is going to be making. It's going to be doing its loud growling roar.
Mm-hmm.
At these things, and that is my attention. My action.
That's where you make it.
I'm gonna put it at the window, so he's over here.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
Close enough for them to hear it, but they can't touch it. And then I am going to further my way 5, 10, 15. Um, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's going to do the half and half, so this is as far as he's getting.
Okay.
He's half and halving.
Perfect.
And I don't think there's a bonus action that he wants to do right now. Nah, not really. Okay.
All right. So, yep, that's not enough for Spot. Spot, once again, and this has just become canon at this point. That Spot can sleep through anything.
Even a hyena loud yell.
Yeah, and
he's getting used to it.
He put earplugs in.
Probably.
All right, Smock.
All right. Take one step, grab the glaive. Take a step, open the door, attack.
All right.
And probably miss.
Yes, that is. Although
I was attacking the thing that was right in front of me.
Glaive of warning.
Because you wasn't seeing you, and you immediately had just closed the door, but then you immediately opened it again, and Luna there. I'm going to give you advantage on it.
Okay.
On this first attack, at least. And
17.
17 does hit. Well, wait. Which creature are you doing? The mount or the creature on top?
I guess I didn't see anything, so I'll hit the mount.
No, this is the top. Yeah.
So the mount.
Yeah.
You get a solid hit on the mount, but the glaive slides across the scales and does not break through.
Dang. Okay. All right. I will do the butt action. Actually, yeah, I'll do the butt action.
Oh yeah,
20
that definitely
Mhm.
hits.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
You gonna add
And
anything
then
to that?
I am.
Whoa! What does it look like when you smack this scrambling mounted creature with the butt of your halberd and drop it in one blow?
The eyes, the halberd, and my holy symbol all glow golden as it crumples to the floor.
And yep, it crumples, and the small kobold-like creature on top of it just kind of leaps off to the side and pushes it to the side, and actually, I think, don't they? Yeah, and you hear it say in Draconic, "There's a sneaky, sneaky human." Is that it?
That is it.
Jinx.
Excuse me. I will use a bonus action to use unsettling words on the mount, and this matters because he's going to take a -6 to whatever he rolls. And then I'm going to actually cast my spell. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the mount. So he has a DC 15 Wisdom save minus -6 points, whatever his roll is.
Okay. On the mount, wisdom save.
Yep.
Wow. Damn.
-6
pretty
points.
Never mind.
He still saves.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
worth a shot.
No,
Actually,
it was like that was like there's no way that should have made it.
Actually, can I also use a reaction?
To do what?
Make him re-roll.
Rebarbs.
No. I like.
I mean,
nope,
it is
that's
a
why
reaction.
reaction is outside your.
No, because the reaction is triggered. Where is it? Okay, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. A reaction, which you take when a creature you see within 60 feet of you succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. That is the reaction. A reaction when you which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you succeeds in an attack roll or ability check or a saving throw.
Yeah, as long as you meet the appropriate trigger requirements, it can happen on your turn. So yes, you can use your reaction on your turn.
Okay, so I make it reroll a d20, and it has to take the lower roll.
Okay, then let's try this again.
Maybe it might not do anything. It might just be a waste, but
if I'd rolled another crit.
No. I'm assuming it doesn't take. I'm assuming it still doesn't take the hit because it's just it was on that one throw. I assume so. He still goes succeed. So it was a waste. That's fine.
Wait, what are you saying?
He rolled a 16 Wisdom save, right?
But
minus the 6.
Oh, but isn't it -6?
I don't think so because I think I think that would have just been the next one, and then I don't. Oh, I guess I don't know how that would work.
What's it say on the next attack or?
Oh, this creature must subtract the number rolled on the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. But technically, it's the
same saving throw.
So yeah, it would still be the -6.
Yeah, it should be the -6.
Okay, cool. Then it's gonna fail, and apparently I gotta re-roll that. I gotta re-put that out there. It's not gonna take much damage.
Okay,
but
it runs away, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
but it has to run.
isn't it whispers?
Yep.
Okay. So it's running, and actually, so what it does, and so as it moves,
It sees the
Luna gets an
displacers.
attack of opportunity on actually specifically. You can only get the attack of opportunity on the leaper, not on the sneak.
Because the leaper is a choice, but the snape is not choice.
Correct. Yes.
If it's within 10 feet of my...
Yes, it is. It was.
Yes,
Which it is.
Yep.
Okay. So I get a reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's my
and so
displacer
both of
beast.
you get the reaction right here.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
chewed
yeah.
on it some, and it
And
stopped
so then,
in its.
So then it actually
Yep.
doesn't move at all.
Yeah, it stopped.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
12
I
damage. Well, not only does it stop, but it actually, you dropped it.
Nice.
So now you have the two
Look
sneaks
at that work.
standing above their fallen mounts.
Nice.
Full force reactions.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Back to Hef. Hef grabs his bow. He's going to step back a little bit and attempt to attack the sneak right on the other side of Smock.
Yep.
And is
His
Hef
last.
is top of the round, correct? Is
Yes,
this a
he
new
is.
round now? Or new, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So come on, Hef.
When does Spot re-roll for? See if he wakes up.
On his turn.
He'll
Do
wake
you
up
add-
when we're done.
Yeah.
Did you add the
basically.
3 points to my health?
Oh, Hef.
Ooh, that's a longsword.
Oh, that is a long sword. Wrong one.
That was
Sorry.
great training.
It's still, yeah, that was amazing training, even with so now you rolled the longbow. All right. So he actually hits the creature and goes right through the armor and the scales and draws a little bit of blood on his first hit. And that's it for Hef. Is their turn. So first off, this one is going to turn towards Smock, the one on the bottom. The other is going to keep attacking Luna. So first, the 2 attacks against Luna.
Okay. And when he attacks, I react and attack the one attacking Luna.
Okay. It hits for 5.
Did you ever add that 3 healing points to me?
Oh. No, I didn't.
So I'd take 2 points off this.
So there, no, I got it. I just added it now. And then I'm going to go ahead and let Smock attack before he does his second attack. All right. So he does his second attack. Oh, fortunately, he only does, and actually, technically, let's see, what is it? It's it's only a D4. So yeah, it's literally only 6 points of damage with the crit. And then the other one turns to attack Smock. And first attack misses with the 11.
Nope.
Then
Hits. Hits.
Oh,
I'm
the
wearing
11.
robes.
Oh, right. I forgot. Wait, and and you don't
I'm
have
a pin
any
cushion. Oh,
Yeah, and you don't have any decks.
correct. Yeah,
So-
I have decks. It's just really clumsy.
Is it negative
All right.
1?
It's -1, yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Wow. Okay, so then you take a total of 11.
Yep.
All right.
Is a way to get minus or less than 10 AC.
So there's more scrambling from the hallway.
20 more show up.
And now you're hearing, actually, everyone go ahead and let's see. These are coming leaping out, so it's really going to be like this. They can't quite attack, but they're there.
Do they get distracted by the displacer beast?
That is a good question. So we're going to do something here because it is making noise. The others were already engaged. These come in.
Aw, they're getting married.
Let's do this. I'm just going to actually use they're being controlled. Doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and do this.
Seriously?
Go ahead. On top of that, so roll a d20. This is going to be make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yeah, that's what they have to beat is your Arcana check. How well are you drawing attention? Really well. So at least well enough for the first ones to go leaping over there.
Okay.
And so these two come around the corner and
that's fine.
Go the other direction. Yep. So you drew off 2 of them. And that is that's their turn. Luna.
All right. I'm going to bite him.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And you drop them.
And I'm going to rampage.
Yep.
To the other one.
Gotta move that back like that.
Got too excited.
Yeah. The other one is like sitting there whirling its blades around and dodges out of the way of your swiveling maw as you whirl on it. All right. Gaelic. Gaelic now opens the door and steps out with his he has a 2-handed sword, and he steps out and tries to attack from behind, since they're actually together. Tries to attack the sneak, and he misses. But he does get 2 attacks, and he misses. Alamir.
All right, so that's engaged. He's just going to sit there and look pretty. I will pop out now.
And for the visual, wielding this 2-handed sword, of incredible craftsmanship, Gaelic is basically wearing his PJs, kind of like Ebenezer Scrooge bed attire.
Okay, so going after this one. Can I see this one or this one, or is there too much stuff in the way?
No, you can see them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go after the not
because when you're doing magic, you only need to see like even a tiniest bit.
Exactly. So we'll do this. There's one.
Against the sneak or the mount?
The sneak.
Got it.
There's 2.
6. Nice.
And there's 9.
All right. 9. All right. How come it won't come up? Come on. There we go. Yeah. Hits him 3 times in the shoulder blades and in the back of the head, and blood just began squirting from underneath his armor and cracked open pieces of scale.
Oh, that was my action. So my movement is going to be 5, 10, 15, I'm gonna go half and half in here for some cover. That's it. And done.
All right. Nope, not enough.
16.
Nope. He needs an 18. Needs an
Okay.
18. Smock.
All right. I go ahead and attack that one.
Yep. Nice. That hits. Excellent. You going to add anything?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You, with the radiant energy, you just basically explode open the head of the creature, and it tumbles to the ground.
Okay.
And I'm
Then
actually going to take all of these and just kind of move them out of the way.
okay. I go up to here, and then I will attack that one
Okay.
with my butt action. $16 to hit.
No, that does not break through his scales.
Okay. And then I quickly jump back here.
Okay. Jinx.
That was my spell waste. That's all I was doing.
No problem.
Struggle is real. So I use just vicious mockery on the guy right here that the old man is fighting.
Okay.
So DC 15 something save, wisdom save. Okay.
17.
That's my action and bonus action. I will shove. Trying to figure out how. Okay. Could I go ahead and cast? Sorry. Where's my thing? I'm trying to find it. I apologize.
No problem.
Where is it? I want to. Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to shove the creature, this guy right here, off to. So these are actually in the same square, right? The both of these.
They are, yes.
Yeah. So basically, I want to shove this creature 5 feet this way, and it's a DC 15 save, and it's a DC. Sorry, it's a DC strength save, 15.
Okay, so towards the illusion.
Yeah, doing a kinetic shove on him, just the creature on top of the thing.
Yep.
Okay, and all it does is shove him 5 feet. So that means he falls off the mount.
Yeah. So if that fails, let me put him to the front. And he lands right in the illusion.
I thought he was. Oh, these are both sitting right here.
Right, but you were pushing the mount or
no, him. I was pushing him. Yep.
Yeah. Then he goes. Okay. He falls forward off the mount.
That's fine. It was there for a diversion.
Into the illusion. And Smock, when you're looking at Luna, he looks pretty darn hurt. He's
bleeding out a little bit.
Yeah, he's at approximately, like under 20% of his health.
Oh,
we had got at least 2 hours sleep before this happened, right?
Yeah, you said I was in my 2.5 hour trance.
Yeah, so you haven't gotten any
So, but my wild shapes recoup.
Yeah, your
so,
wild shapes are refreshed. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That it for Jinx?
Yeah, idea, action, and bonus action did not move.
Got it. Hef. So Hef will come up here, and the door opens inward. So he will. He has a shot at the leaper and the sneak. He's going to shoot at the sneak with his longbow. Someday it'll show up, I think.
Maybe not.
Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. Well, let's just roll it manually. Yeah, so 15 plus 7 actually now. Oh, wait, who am I looking at? Yeah, I'm looking at Hef. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No. That's true. Yeah, he's got a total of plus 7 on it. So he hits easily. And it's going to do D8 plus 3 for a total of 5. And now it's their turn. So, who would like to make a luck roll right now? Alamir, make a luck roll for us, please.
2d10.
2d10, yes.
Average.
Okay. That's a single d10. We need one more.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's one. And here's another one. 16.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. Feel lucky, punk.
So 4.
More.
No. That's yep. Okay. So it's their turn. So what we see is
Hef finally got his both shots off.
well, good. Good thing it didn't want to come through because it knew it wasn't going to hit.
Well, he would have had a D6 to roll with that because he still has technically inspiration.
Oh, that's true. So the first one probably would have. So he would have had to have used his inspiration, and even a 1 on the inspiration die would have hit with the first one.
Okay. So 9 points of damage to somebody.
So these technically, these are already within range of Smock. So, but they are going to leap forward and attack Luna. So Smock will get a chance to attack back. Let's see. Starting with the Leaper. Leaper tries to bite for 7. And that is just enough to drop Luna. So we need where's the real Luna please come forward, although you don't take any damage through your wild shape form because it just took you down exactly.
And I missed with my reaction.
Thank you. And then the sneak on top will attempt to hit the now non-wild shaped Luna with its weapons. So there is the 11. What's your without armor?
Let me look here.
What's your dexterity?
Well, my dex sucks. It's 13.
13. That's not so. 11 would still hit you. All right. So that's a total of 13 piercing.
Okay.
But get a shield.
Oh, that's true. Would you have grabbed your shield? You're muted.
I normally sleep in my robes and everything.
But
So
not
yeah,
your.
I would grab my staff and shield. Yes.
Okay. So we'll say you have your shield. So you only take 7 piercing. That's perfectly reasonable. And the ones on the other side, the ones in the illusion, but so the sneak fell into the illusion. We're going to do, I think that's pretty easy. He knows that the illusion isn't real. What does the leaper do? Yeah, the leaper like jumps forward and tries to bite at part of the illusion sticking out of the sneak before it realizes
But
it's not
does
real.
he bite the sneak?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
And then the sneak goes forward and tries to hit Gaelic, which isn't that hard when you're not wearing any armor and don't really have dex. Yeah, so that total of 12 piercing on Gaelic, which I don't really have stats up for him. But I have an idea. Let me. I know what Gaelic is. This is very easy to do. And so I will just do this really quickly here. Let me get his hit points. H, E, F, G, H. There we go. Okay. And now he takes 12. There we go. All right. That is them. Now, everybody go ahead and make a perception check. Nice. So, yep. Luna, you're really focused on guys in front of you. Jinx, yeah, you've got yep, you're focused as well. But Alamir and Smock, you both distinctly hear fighting and yelling and shouting coming from Alamir. You hear it from outside the window. Smock, you hear it from downstairs and out the window. It sounds like there are a lot of people engaged with perhaps other of these creatures. Luna, it's your turn.
All right. So since this is the first time I've done this, I'm going to ask functionality before I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm out of a wild shape, I can lay bark skin on myself and then go back in wild shape, and the bark skin will affect the wild shape too, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it gives
Okay.
you a 16 armor class in your wild shaped form. I got a question. Did you have the temp hit points on you?
No, I did not. That was 7, right?
Yeah. So, and that should have been the 7 damage that you just took would have been just your 10 hit points. So you shouldn't actually be hurt. Okay.
So, yep. I'm going to do bark skin on myself and then wild shape back.
Okay.
That'll be my action and my bonus action.
So put you back, give your health back.
The bigger, badder hyena.
And change your armor class to 16. Now, keep in mind, that's only as long as concentration matches.
Yes.
Concentration, we're going to use, I'm going to use that. I had a concentration. Didn't I have a concentration? I don't remember.
Now, concentration, that's when he hits me. If it's my armor class or above, I got to make or a concentration check, or is that any time?
It's a Constitution check.
Okay.
Of 10 or half whatever damage you take, whichever is greater.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. It is now. Well, it's supposed to actually. I guess it says veteran now, but this is the old bartender guy. Retired. He's a retired member of the order. And so he is going to strike out. I'm just going to do it manually here. We'll do both at the same time. He hits with the first one. Oh, it doesn't do very much. But that is enough to, come on. Okay. Doesn't like to do this when it's on top of each other. So, but that is enough. Plus 3. That is enough to kill the sneak. Alamir.
Okay. Okay, so Elamir is going to. So, the first thing he's going to do is take his 5, 10, 15 to the window, see what's outside.
All right. You look outside and you see, I'm not going to place them all there. All those members of the Order of the Gauntlet that were downstairs eating earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You see a handful of them. Like you see 6 of them come in combat with what remains. You see dead mounts and sneaks on the ground. Looks like 4 pairs of them and 3 more pairs that they're fighting still.
Okay.
You do not see Anthar Froome or his squire in that mix. It's some of the other ones.
Okay. But how many of, so there are 6 of them and there are 4 still left standing of the sneaks in them, right?
Yeah. And you see some of the people of the order are have taken a good amount of damage, but none of them look like they're in danger of falling.
Instead of a action, can I use yelling just as a bonus action to say, we are fighting them up here too? And what's his? You changed his name to Veteran, but that wasn't his name. His name was
it wasn't. It was.
It was Bjork or Bushikak. It started with a B. I'll yell down that he's up here fighting with us.
Gaelic.
I totally even noticed his name. I didn't even notice he got changed to Veteran.
His name got changed to Veteran. So that down to anybody that's listening to
it's
the
Buford.
the brothers. It's Buford.
Yeah. Well, now here, I can actually put him back now that I think I did the hit points.
Okay.
So there we go. His name is Gaelic. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to return my last 15 feet to get back to here, and I'm going to shoot at that the mount.
Okay.
And I don't do anything, so I'll just stand here and look pretty.
Okay.
Does he succeed at looking pretty?
And he does. And so then Smock continues to snore away. Smock.
Okay, my attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does not get through.
Yep. Still does not get through.
Nope.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay. So Jinx.
Does Gaelic look hurt at all?
He does a little bit, not like he is not bloodied, not even close to bloodied.
Okay. So he looks pretty healthy, like he can take a few more hits.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Because I have no actual attack spells. Everything I have is just saves. Vicious Mockery on the sorry, not the Gaelic, on the mount.
You silly old man. Who would walk out in that color of look at that chiffon.
Yeah.
Piece of cloth. Oh my gosh. All right. So this is the Leaper. Wisdom save, right? No. 19.
He makes that for sure. No problem.
Maybe it's because maybe you're forgetting. Maybe you're trying to say it in common instead of draconic.
I can't really see who I want to see, so I guess that's all I really have that's really actually worthwhile doing. So that's all I'm going to do, actually. I'm good.
Okay. So this is a good just point of order here. When you are cornerways through a doorway, unless you are in combat with that person, there's no attack of opportunity. So Hef can back up without the Leaper getting a quick attack. Now Smock couldn't do that, but yeah, Hef was mostly out of sight and not easily attacked by a reaction. But he'll back up just to there. He'll take a shot with his bow. And yeah, so a wait, but all he can see is the Leaper. Oh, but he gets +1, so that's an 18 actually. And so he actually hits and does damage. Nice shot. It draws blood, and it's their turn. You hear clearly Smock, Alamir, Jinx, Luna. You hear fighting from the base of the stairwell. You hear the voice of Anthar Froom yelling and rallying the men and women of his order. And let's see. So you got the two here. I think the one. Are they gonna attack Luna or Smock? It's a 50-50 chance. So here's a d6. 1 to 3 Luna. They turn to attack Smock. All right.
And when they attack Smock, I will.
You'll attack them.
Yeah.
That's a bite
No.
from the Leaper for 7. Which one are you going to attack, the Leaper or the Sneak?
Whoever attacks him, because
they both do. They both
my
attack
sentinel.
him. Right, they both attack him, but you can only attack one of them. Which one are you attacking?
Okay, so low will be the rider, high will be the.
So you're going to attack the Sneak.
Yep.
The Sneak crits for 4. Right, because it's only a D4, so 4 damage. That's 4 piercing to Smock, and then misses.
Using my sentinel.
And you hit and do 11 points of damage, and yeah, you bite right through him.
Okay. Now, do I get the rampage or not on this?
No, not with your reaction.
It's worth a try. But I vindicated him.
There you go. The other Leaper is going to attempt to. Oh, and he does. Bites Gaelic. All right. Now it's your turn, Luna. Oh, wait. Hold on. You didn't get hit. So, yeah, you don't have to.
Yep.
Worry about
So
it.
there's one left. I am biting.
And you hit, and that is enough to drop him.
Okay. And to use my rampage,
Uh-huh.
I am going to move forward. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Make sure I got this right. You can revert to, oh no, let's see here. Rampage, when a hyena reduces target 0, on its turn, the hyena can take a bonus action and move up to half its speed, which is 50. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep.
It'd actually be 60, but that's okay. It still gets me there.
Yep.
And I'm going to bite him.
All right.
And that should be a plus
plus
one,
which just
17.
doesn't quite do it. You can't quite break through its scales. All right. Gaelic will rotate around to get advantage on his attacks. Boy, that's something new and different for this this battle. So that's a hit, and then he'll do it a second time, and that's a miss. 12. Nope, that misses. But the first one hits, so he's going to do. Okay, 14. Not quite enough to drop it, but it's definitely bloodied and very hurt. Alamir.
What the heck? We'll just see if this can do it.
16 does not break through the scales.
Then that's all he's doing.
Okay. This would be the time for Spot to wake up. Oh, so close. So close. All right. Smock. Yep, that hits. And the final one falls.
Dun, dun.
And as it falls, you hear the sound of yelling, of combat from downstairs. What do you all do?
I go put my armor on.
Almir's going down the stairs to see. He's doing that halfway down the stairs to see what's going on downstairs.
Yep.
And
So
actually, what he does is this. He stops by and talks and sees Luna. And he says, why don't you go help? And then continues to go halfway down the stairs.
Okay. That's awesome. And actually, I don't like how it's difficult to see these, but there is actually an invisibility thing. There we go.
I see it.
So Luna's invisible and bark-skinned, which is awesome. Unfortunately, as you go down the stairs, you see the rest of the order cleaning up the leapers and sneaks that are downstairs.
That doesn't sound unfortunate. I spend my time, by the way, asking if Gaelic's all right, and
Yeah, and he goes, thank you, lad. Yeah, I'm been a while since I've been in a real combat for my life, but it was exhilarating. I gotta do this more often.
preferably not in your own place of business, though.
Oh, true. No, let's go down. I want to go down and check out what the damage be.
I go downstairs. I see nobody in the room at all.
Yes. So
you guys lied.
So, but you go downstairs.
They're all invisible.
Yeah. I won't. So there is, you do see, you go downstairs, you see here, Antharf room and everybody. Boom. And you see bodies everywhere. There you go. They're all here. Ah, here we are. And Anthar's like, "Are you all okay?"
Do any of them look hurt?
Not you all look okay. And I assume Smock and Hef will head downstairs as well. And he goes, one of my lookouts, one of the guards saw these creatures sneaking around in the alleys. Came and got me. We didn't know that there was some that made their way up to you already. Fortunately, they didn't catch you sleeping.
So I'm invisible right now, right?
Yeah, you're invisible.
You betcha.
Can I drop the invisibility on my own?
When I see there's no danger, I'll unvis him. I'll just.
You can take any action, Kenny.
Because technically you would have to attack or do some like major, yeah. Technically, no, you're not the person holding it, but yeah. So if Alamir,
if he disengaged it, okay.
And Anthar goes, "Whoa!"
And then at that point, I revert back to my normal self. I just wanted to surprise him, get the heart, going.
That's a good trick, but that's a huge beast you become there.
Well, that's awfully
helpful.
That's my small inner puppy.
I see.
Very loving to the enemies, licks them to death.
Well, we're gonna. And he sends some of the people out, and he goes, and actually most of the people go out, leave. Everyone except for his squire and probably 4 others, and they go out to do sweeps. So, he sends them out to make sure that there's no more of the creatures around. He goes, there was a lot of them everywhere. We must, I don't know, we're going to count the bodies up, but there had to have been close to two dozen of the pairs of them. So,
you know why they were here?
I've sent for Lady Silith, but my guess is it's similar to the attack on you yesterday. That perhaps the necklace isn't working.
Or they just went to the last known place before he got his necklace.
I mean, yeah.
True. That could be.
Isn't those magical items supposed to be attuned as well?
Yeah. So that would be, I would assume, the first. There was about an hour before you guys went to bed. So
yeah,
it would have been attuned. And not very, just a few minutes later, Silith walks through the door, and she's like, "Oh, there's those creatures are everywhere. I'm glad to see everyone's okay. So, is anyone hurt?
I think we're all fine. I mean, heck, Spot's probably upstairs still sleeping it off.
I
Next time,
apologize to Gaelic for the illusion outside his door, so hopefully he didn't, brown his shorts or anything.
No, but when he walked out,
It was sitting right there.
well, the two creatures were
yes.
between.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, that he probably would have gone straight for it.
Oh, what I should do is I should take the displacer pelt and throw it on the ground where he was and go, "Oh my God, you killed it!"
Nice. Well, so yeah. When asked about it, Lady Silith says, yes, it makes sense that it's only been a few hours since less since the amulet would have been active. So they would have known where you were, or at least the last time that where you had been. So it makes sense. Hopefully this will be it. I guess if you're staying in the city, perhaps we should find a different place for you to bed
I
down
think that
for
would
the
be
night.
most wise.
He doesn't want his place getting damaged anymore. Understood.
Yeah. Well, this is Lady Scylla saying this. Well, we should be safe for now, and there's going to be extra sentries, including some.
I'm not an elf. I can't live for centuries.
And I have some mages out ensuring that that we'll be safe for the rest of the night. So I guess we can maybe, unless there's something specific you'd like to do in response to this, or if you need anything, I guess perhaps we could try to go back.
We could spend a couple minutes here though, looting through the bodies just to make sure there's nothing on them, like orders or some junk like that.
And you look and there isn't. You find there is no treasure on them. You find on the sneaks little trinkets on a few of them. Trophies.
Oh, they got Pandora jewelry.
Yeah, there's trophies. So there might.
Do they have
be
anything written?
No, there's nothing written.
No notes, no maps, no scribblings, no archaic messages, nothing that could be identified as communication.
Nope, not at all. And do you mention what you're looking for to?
Yeah, that's what I'm going from each one to each one. Also looking to see if any of the sneaks were a leader, were in charge of it. You know what I mean? Looking for that individual one, because a pack, if they're running as a pack, someone has to have the instructions.
Well, Lady Silith will tell you these creatures have Tiamat has the ability to communicate with them directly.
Gotcha. Okay.
They have no need of missives. They were not sent by the Cult of the Dragon. They would be sent by her directly.
Okay.
Fine. They would have a leader. And you do one of those actually that second wave that went upstairs. Basically the third set, the third pair that went for Luna and Smock. That sneak has had like a lot of fetishes and baubles and stuff like that. Nothing of real value, but they obviously had things on them that showed them to potentially be at a higher level than the rest of them. Like lots of trophies, including, gory trophies.
So that was the Grand Pumbaa sneak.
Yep. Yeah. And when they tally everything up in the end, it not quite as many as Froome thought, but there were a good 18 pairs of the creatures. 18 of each of them. Yeah, it was a huge attack.
And we're not like in the like right on the border of the city either. That means they had to come through quite a ways to get to us.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Now it is, they would have been, they waited until like equivalent of like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, but still, and they would have been able to get really quick, very quietly get there. But yeah. But it is still, nobody really knows how they would have made it through the gates, which are guarded at night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has anybody seen was anybody at the gate hurt?
No, they say no, and that is what is concerning.
Is there any rangers present in this area that could maybe backtrack their steps to see if they came from another building or something like that, like a sewer or something like that?
They certainly can find people. Yeah, and that is what they're trying. But they have people trying to do, including some mages, working on trying to discern, divine how they got in the city. So hopefully in the morning they'll know more.
We may want to stay a little bit longer, just see what they find out from this.
Maybe, yeah.
And I got somebody I want to meet in the morning.
Well, right. we need a long rest.
Yeah.
We need a long rest for our long rest.
In the meantime, yep, you might want to. So Lady Scylla says goodnight. Froome says goodnight, and they head out. Gaelic shakes his head and says, extra cleaning in the morning. I need a good night's sleep. Extra good night. And he goes up.
I mentioned in Gaelic, you may want to lock the doors this time.
Oh, he did have them. He did lock them. So the doors were actually, looks like they would probably pick the locks. Is what it looked like. Somehow they got through the mechanism.
So did any of them have lockpicks on
them? No. So they do. So actually, the sneaks, the sneaks have lots of different little things on them that could be used as. Some of them have things that could be used as lockpicks. Yeah.
So does Spot get up at 7 a.m. at the crack of dawn while we sleep in, and he wonders what's going on?
Oh, he's probably.
It wakes you up.
Yeah. Crack of dawn. That's like 6:30. Yeah, he's up before the sun comes up. He's had a great night's sleep.
He's waking everybody else up, going, "All right, we got stuff to do today, guys."
All right. And you're gonna wake up the next morning. Go ahead, everybody, take a full rest, and we will stop there.
All right.
And pick up again next week, first thing the next morning.
Cool.
Very good. All right. Thank you, everyone. And next week we get next week is episode 20. Pretty exciting, right? We're already finished the 19th week,
Wow.
19th episode. Pretty crazy. So, all right. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.